Hey guys, Ranger Collector 62492, and today we are going to be talking about episode 2 of Super Megaforce. I know I'm late putting this on YouTube. As of right now, it's like 5 a.m. my time, and I needed to do this because people were requesting it. So, my honest opinions, it was a really good episode. From the beginning, of course, you had, I had some complaints. I know that's shocking, Cody having complaints about Power Rangers. One thing that really irked me is Emma using the Megaforce morpher to communicate with everybody, which is completely unnecessary if they have a completely different morpher. But I've had people also tell me that it could be because it's a power-up that they don't use their morphers until they are morphed into Megaforce, and then when it comes time to go Super Mega, they their morphers somehow just on their own morph into the legendary morpher. But that was my only problem with it. Everything throughout there was just phenomenal. I enjoyed a lot of the scenes, like when, you know, Jake, Emma, Gia, and Noah were in the process of finding Troy. They morphed into RPM. Of course, in the first episode when they morphed into Mystic Force and God, I forgot, SPD. They said Magical Source Mystic Force and then SPD Emergency. While in this one, they went to RPM, they said RPM Getting Gear, and then they went back to SPD, saying SPD Emergency. And yeah, so I really do like that gimmick, that they go back to their original morph calls for all the Rangers that they do. Also, this is where the Sentai fans are kind of mixed in between what they did. And I'm going to go into explanation with my opinions on this. When they introduced the Die Ranger footage, or the Die Ranger suits. A lot of the Sentai fans says that's where it ruined it for them. And in my honest opinion, I don't even know why the Sentai fans are going to watch Power Rangers if they're just going to bitch about it. I have no idea on why. I think they're watching it just so they can bitch about it. I think they just watch it so they can complain and go on their little message boards and say, oh, this sucked. There's no way I'm going to watch it again, or something like that. And come next week, guess what you guys are going to do? You're going to watch it just so you can have something to do. But it's a mixed thing right now, what they're doing with Super Megaforce. I honestly think they're doing really well. So with the Die Ranger suits, my honest opinion is, because I was talking with a couple of friends of mine about this, think about it. Mighty Morphin Season 2. When Tommy loses his powers, Zordon builds new powers from out of nowhere. You got the White Ranger. Most of you Sentai fans know that is a suit used in Die Ranger. That is the 6th Ranger used in Die Ranger. So, I think it's called Kiva Ranger, from what I'm being informed by. But in the MMPR Power Ranger universe, that is Tommy the White Ranger. So, keep in mind, this is just me and a few friends' opinions. You see the first episode of Megaforce. Not Super Megaforce, Megaforce. You hear Gosei sit there and say, I am Gosei. My mentor Zordon placed me here to defend the Earth. You think about if Gosei and Zordon were communicating as mentor and, I don't know, call him Padawan. But you think about it. If, in a way, these keys were obtained by Gosei, Zordon may have had a plan and gave Gosei these keys. With that came the Die Ranger powers. The White Ranger, of course, being Die Ranger, may have been really Die Ranger powers in the MMPR universe, and the other 5 Rangers were just on standby or something like that. I guess they were made and just put away. Well, if this makes any sense, I think the Dairanger powers are Eltar based, meaning Zordon, probably had all these powers set back for some reason. There was the Mighty Morphin coins that he had all these years. You had the Zeo crystals that were hidden that had potential to have new powers. The Turbo Morpher were made completely by Zordon, or there were new powers or upgrades. In space were powers probably derived from Eltar, and Andros had the powers. Just stuff like that. You think about it, possibly that Zordon actually built crap tons of powers, and just in case he had some kind of emergency. Like what happened in season 3 when they lost their powers, they had to go straight to Zeo. Well, it makes you wonder, because of the continuity being all screwed up and why they didn't just use the Dairanger footage in season 2. This was probably some kind of a behind the scenes, like, you think about it. Dairanger footage in Super Megaforce, maybe these are Eltar based powers coming from out of nowhere. Gosei probably obtained these powers through Zordon, and we just didn't know about it. Everybody was wondering, how are they going to explain this when they didn't? Technically, they did. Gosei did say they were from another planet that they've never been seen before on this planet. That's what he said. So I'm assuming those are Eltar-based powers. Those were made by Zordon, and they were just, there. There for some reason they were going to be used in the future. And in the continuity of Power Rangers, that is what I'm going to stick with. Although a lot of people are not going to agree with it, oh well. Anyway, going on, we have a lot of interesting things. I enjoyed the Megazord fight. The Megazord fight was really badass. You got the Delta Runner, and the fight was just amazing. I enjoyed how they actually... I don't know how to call it. I think it's called like a Matrix move, where he just jumps sideways with his guns. He's like, looks like he's like floating sideways. I don't know. They originally did that in SPD with the Megazord. And the Megazord was definitely more limber, I guess, because he can roll up into a ball and all that crap. So there was a lot of maneuvers that went on with the Megazord and SPD that was brought to the Delta Runner Megazord combination. So it was pretty cool. The monster was enjoyable. A lot of people are complaining about Vokar's little hissy fit attitude that he has when his X-Borgs are destroyed. I honestly have no problem with that for some reason. It's a stupid, like, kitty thing. That's something that was put in there because, I don't know. I mean, that was footage from Japan too, so obviously he was having a fit in Gokaiger. But, honestly, Super Megaforce Episode 2, I think it was better than Episode 1. While Episode 1 really didn't explain anything, I think later on down the road, a lot of things are going to come, and you're going to sit there and, okay, this is starting to fall together. This is going to make sense more. Because there was a lot of things that Saban pulled out of their ass for this episode. We didn't expect them to bring any footage from other Sentai in. We got Dairanger. Who's to say they don't bring back Go Ranger or, Jetman or anything like that into this, continuity, Power Rangers universe. Because I've heard, because of them refilming the Legend War, that they're not going to bring in any Sentai. Well, I'm rather confused on how this is going to, work into the Legend War. But then again, the bigger discussion is how they're going to put 5 Tommies into the Legend War. But in all honest opinion, Super Megaforce Episode 2 was pretty badass. I don't care what anyone says. As a Power Ranger fan, I'm sticking to it. I do know other Sentai fans out there are completely bashing it. Which, again, why the hell are you guys even watching it? Like, seriously. I had the argument with one of my friends today that And he keeps saying that it ruined Gokaiger, and that was pretty much a copy paste version of Gokaiger. As if it was a copy paste version of Gokaiger, you would enjoy the fucking episode. You wouldn't be complaining because all you do is talk highly of Gokaiger, and a lot of people are really they're really over the top with it. Like Super Megaforce and Gokaiger are completely two different continuities. It shouldn't even be a discussion, but it is. Because there are people out there that just don't understand. So it's like mentioning Spider-Man versus Batman. Like, it really doesn't fit in that kind of context. There's no, like, I don't know. Maybe Bat in the Sun will do something like that, but to be honest with you, I don't think that would be a logical fight between the fans to wonder if Batman or Spider-Man is better, because completely two different universes. There's Marvel and DC. Just like Gokaiger and Super Megaforce. You got Japan and American. You just watch one, don't watch the other. Plain and simple. So yeah, overall, episode 2, it was very good. I'm really excited to see what comes next, because, was it episode 4? They're supposed to be doing some, bringing some of the past Rangers in, like Casey from Jungle Fury. Yeah, really excited. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like. I had to keep this short. I wish I could have mentioned more. Probably would have been able to mention more if I had some other friends with me to mention this, but it's really late. But tell me what you guys think of episode 2. Please keep it on the, the civil side. Nobody go out there and start insulting people's opinions or anything like that, because it's not good. So anyway, guys, talk to you guys later.